Welcome to the training for tolerating waiting, or trial-based discrimination training. This presentation will go over how to do discrimination training for attention-maintained challenging behaviors. That means the intervention will be centered around your child's access to your attention and having to tolerate waiting before they can ask for your attention. Let's review. You have already been trained on trial-based functional analysis, or TBFA. You have also been trained on how to identify a function of problem behavior, how to enter TBFA data, and function-based intervention for problem behavior, or FCT. Now, you will be trained on discrimination training. First, let's discuss what discrimination training is. Your child will learn how to wait and tolerate limited access to the things that reinforce their challenging behavior. This could be access to your attention, access to their highly preferred tangible items, or breaks from demands. Your child previously learned in FCT how to ask appropriately for these things. However, we know that merely asking does not always get you what you want. You will teach your child how to wait a period of time before asking for their reinforcer. You will wear a bracelet like the one pictured here. It will tell your child that what they want is not available right now and that they have to wait. Let's go over how you will be taught. First, you will watch this presentation and follow along in your packet. Then, you will see a live model of discrimination training. Then you will practice discrimination training with your coach. Finally, you will practice discrimination training with your child when you are ready. Next, let's go over some vocabulary that will be used in this training. Reinforcement and reinforcers are the things that motivate your child to learn. In this intervention, we will consider access to high preferred tangible items as the reinforcer for your child. Reinforcement and reinforcers are the things that motivate your child to learn. In this intervention, we will consider access to your attention as the reinforcer for your child. Prompts and manual guidance are how we guide your child to respond correctly. There are a variety of ways that your team may prompt your child. Primarily, they are how we will teach your child to use their picture card. Let's discuss the differences between FCT and discrimination training. FCT, or Functional Communication Training, is the intervention that your child has recently mastered. FCT is used to teach appropriate communication skills and helps to reduce problem behaviors. Now we will learn discrimination training. Discrimination training will teach your child that there are times that they cannot have what they want, even if they ask appropriately. Sometimes, we need to know how to tolerate having to wait for something instead. Discrimination training will help your child develop these skills. Let's review. Follow along in your packet. What does discrimination training teach? Discrimination training teaches your child to wait and tolerate limited access to their reinforcers. Let's go over how one trial of discrimination training will look. Before you begin a discrimination training trial, your child should have access to their reinforcer. This means if your child's reinforcer is access to your attention, you will give attention to your child before the trial begins. If your child's reinforcer is access to their highly preferred items, your child should have time to play with their items before you start the trial. If your child's reinforcer is a break from demands, you should not place any demands before starting the trial. Next, because your child has an attention function of problem behavior, you will start your timer, put your bracelet on, and remove attention completely. Your child will then have to wait for 30 seconds before they can ask for their reinforcer back. Once 30 seconds has passed, you will take your bracelet off, and you will say, "My bracelet is off. You can ask now." Then, once your bracelet has been taken off, at your usual prompt delay, you will guide your child to use their picture card if they have not already asked for their reinforcer independently. The goal of all of this is to teach your child that sometimes they won't get what they want, even if they ask, and that they have to wait instead. Let's review. How does a discrimination training trial for attention start? A discrimination training trial for attention starts by starting the timer, putting the bracelet on, and then removing attention from the child. Write this answer down in your packet now. Before we jump in and watch videos of discrimination training, let's review the new data collection sheet. This sheet is very similar to the ones that you used for FCT. The spaces at the top are the same as they always have been. You will write your child's initials, you will write your initials as therapist, you will circle primary, and you will write the problem behavior being targeted for your child. The far left column contains the date. The next column contains the trial number. The column for problem behavior means latency to problem behavior that occurs in trials. You will hit the LAP button, as you did in FCT, to record latency to problem behavior in your trials. The column titled Picture Card will be where you record the amount of seconds before your child used the picture card at the very end of the trial. You will not record use of the picture card while your bracelet is on. One of the things that is different in discrimination training is that you will have your bracelet on for a set amount of seconds. For the first trials of discrimination training, you will have your bracelet on for 30 seconds. That means you will circle the number 30 in this column. After your child has learned to wait successfully for 30 seconds, you will then increase the amount of time you have the bracelet on to 60 seconds. For those trials, you will circle the number 60 in this column. Here is the column where you will record the prompt delay that you will use with your child. For the rest of this presentation, the prompt delay is set at 10 seconds. This means that, after the child has waited for 30 seconds and the bracelet has been taken off, the therapist will wait 10 more seconds for the child to use their card on their own. If after 10 seconds the child has not used the card on their own, the therapist will prompt or manually guide the child to touch them with the picture card. Here is the column where you will record either a prompted request or an independent request for your child's reinforcers. When you take your bracelet off after 30 seconds of waiting, your child will have a chance to use their card on their own. If they use their card all on their own, you will circle IND for independent. If you have to guide or prompt your child to use their card, you will circle prompt. Finally, on the right is the column for fidelity. If your trial was able to be conducted to full fidelity, you will write a Y here. If for some reason your trial was not able to be conducted to full fidelity, you will write an N here. Let's review. For your first trials in discrimination training, will you circle 30 or 60 seconds under bracelet time? For your first trials, you will circle 30 on bracelet time. This is because you will have your bracelet on for 30 seconds while your child learns the skill. Let's briefly go over how you will use your timer in discrimination training. As always, you will start the trial with the button on the top right of your timer. Similar to FCT, you will hit the LAP button or the top left button on your timer for the first instance of target problem behavior. If there is no problem behavior in the trial, you will not hit the LAP button at all. Pay attention to the numbers highlighted in red. This is where you will look to see if you can take off your bracelet. For the first few trials of discrimination training, you will wait for 30 seconds to pass before taking off your bracelet. Once you see the number 30 here, you will take off your bracelet and say out loud, "My bracelet is off." At the end of the trial, after you have taken your bracelet off, you will hit the stop button for either independent or prompted use of the picture card. Let's review. Which button do you hit to start a discrimination training trial? You will hit C, the button on the top right of your timer, to start the trial. Which button will you hit for the first instance of target problem behavior? You will hit A, the button on the top left of your timer, for the first instance of target problem behavior. Don't hit this button for any problem behavior that happens after the first instance. Which button will you hit to stop the trial? You will hit C, the button on the top right of your timer, to stop the trial once the bracelet has come off and the child has used their picture card. Next, we will watch video examples of discrimination training being done correctly. For these videos, don't worry about taking data. Focus instead on how the therapist runs the trial. Click to advance to the first video example when you are ready.
What a good book you have there! I know, it's a really pretty book. Look at all the colors I have over there.
I see. You have purple and brown and yellow.
Yeah, and there are raindrops all over.
I see the raindrop.
And ooh, look at all the writing in it.
You have a lot of writing in there.
I do. It's a very important book, you know.
I see. 3, 2, 1, start. My bracelet is on.
Okay, I can wait. I do want to tell you more about my book, but I can wait. Your bracelet's on. That means I can't ask. I need to wait. Oh, it's still on.
My bracelet's off.
Talk to me, please.
Hi, Akshita.
Hi.
What about your book?
I want to read my book with you.
Oh, very cool.
Look at all these cool words in it. Ooh, that's a big word.
That is a big word.
I wrote it by myself. I'm very proud.
Let's discuss what we saw in this video. In this video, the child had access to high-quality attention before starting the trial. The therapist then started the trial, put their bracelet on, and removed attention from the child. After 30 seconds of waiting, the therapist took the bracelet off and said, "My bracelet is off." The child then requested attention before the prompt delay of 10 seconds, so the therapist turned to give them attention. Fill in the blanks in your packet now. Click to advance when you are ready for the next video example. It is important to note that you may need to prompt your child to use their card once the bracelet has been taken off. You will wait your usual prompt delay, and then you will guide your child to touch you with the picture card if they have not done so independently. Let's watch a video example of this now. Good book you have there.
I know. Look at all the colors of writing in there, you know.
You've got black writing and orange writing.
I think I have some purple in here as well. Oh, look! There is some purple in
I see
there.
the purple.
I like writing with colored pens. It's a lot of fun.
I bet it is. 3, 2, 1, start. My bracelet is on.
Oh no, that means you're not going to talk to me. I have to wait. It's no fun reading this book on my own. There are so many pretty colors here.
My bracelet is off. Talk to me, please.
Talk to me, please.
Hi,
you want to read all the pretty colors in my book?
I do. In this video, the therapist put their bracelet on, and the child waited for 30 seconds. But when the bracelet came off, the child did not request attention before the prompt delay of 10 seconds. The therapist guided them to use their picture card at this time. Fill in the blanks in your packet. Click to advance when you are ready. It is very possible that your child will use their picture card while your bracelet is on to ask for attention. Your child cannot have access to your attention while your bracelet is still on. If they use their picture card to ask, you will show them your bracelet and point to it, saying, "My bracelet is on." This will teach them that asking while the bracelet is on does not give them what they want. Let's watch a video of what this will look like next. What a good book you have, Akshita.
Isn't it? Look at all the writing that I've done in it.
Wow, there's a lot of writing.
There is.
There's blue, and there's black writing, and purple writing.
There are a lot of blank pages still. I need to fill them up with my writing.
Oh, so you got a little ways to go. Very cool.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1,
fun
start.
writing.
My bracelet's on.
Oh, I don't want to read this by myself. Talk to me, please.
My bracelet's on.
Gotta wait. I wish Miss Kate would remove her bracelet soon.
My bracelet's off.
Talk to me, please.
Okay, good using your card.
Hey, you want to read what I wrote on this page?
I would. Wow.
Isn't it awesome? I think it's awesome.
In this video, the child used their picture card while the bracelet was on to ask for attention. The therapist pointed to their bracelet and said, "My bracelet is on." Once 30 seconds had passed, the therapist took their bracelet off. The child used their picture card again and got what they wanted. Fill in the blanks in your packet. Click to advance when you are ready. Your child might have problem behavior during discrimination training trials. If this happens, you will ignore all problem behavior, but you will hit the LAP button for the first instance of target problem behavior. Let's watch an example of what this might look like. Oh wow! That writing's in orange.
I know, right? Look at all these big words. There's so many pages. I'm so excited that we're going to read all of this together.
All of it, yes.
And look, this one, 24, wait, this has the name sticking on it.
That's so fun.
It is. This is so
3,
exciting.
2, 1, start.
I can't wait to read this with you.
My bracelet's on.
Hey, no, I want to read this with you. I really wanted to read this with you, and now I have to wait. It's no fun reading this on my own. The bracelet is still on.
My bracelet's off.
Talk to me, please.
Okay, hi. Good to
Yeah. I'm glad you're talking to me now. Look,
Yes.
this is what I was telling you about.
Oh, I see. In this video, the child had target problem behavior, self-biting, while the bracelet was still on. The therapist ignored this behavior, but hit LAP on their timer. Fill in the blanks in your packet now. Click to advance when you are ready. In addition, your child might have problem behavior when you take your bracelet off. You will still ignore problem behavior, and you will still hit LAP if it is the first time that target problem behavior has occurred. Let's watch an example of what this might look like.
Talk about my book.
Let's talk about your book.
Good idea. I've been waiting for you to come here so that we can talk about it.
I was looking forward to it.
You know, I found some other big words, that I see you can talk about.
You use a lot of big words.
I do.
I like the scribbles here too.
No, but we talk about the big words over here. They're more fun.
Okay, those are fun.
Yeah, that was an accident. I don't want you to see the scribble.
3,
I want you to see
1,
the big words.
start. My bracelet's on.
No. Fine. I'll just wait. Ugh. What I wanted to do was talk about my big words. But I guess I just have to wait now. I really wanted to talk about my words.
My bracelet's off.
Ugh! I really wanted to talk about my words.
Talk to me, please.
Talk to me, please.
Okay. Let's talk about your book.
Look at this word. This isn't as big as that one, but it's a pretty cool word,
It is still a very cool word.
It,
In this video, the child had target problem behavior, self-biting, once the bracelet was taken off. The therapist ignored this behavior, but still hit LAP on their timer. The therapist then guided the student to use their picture card after 10 seconds had passed. Fill in the blanks in your packet. Click to advance when you are ready. Let's practice data collection. Please take out a pencil, your data sheet, and a timer now. This video will be one that you have already watched in this presentation. This time, look for the therapist to start their timer, put their bracelet on, and remove attention from the student. The therapist will ignore problem behavior and hit LAP for any target problem behavior. the child will wait for 30 seconds. When the bracelet is off, watch for when the picture card is either used or prompted. The therapist will deliver attention to the child once the picture card is used.
What a good book you have there. I know, it's a really pretty book. Look at all the colors I have over there.
I see. You have purple and brown and yellow.
Yeah, and there are raindrops all over.
I see the raindrop.
And look at all the writing in it.
You have a lot of writing in there.
I do. It's a very important book, you know.
Oh, I see. 3, 2, 1, start. My bracelet is on.
Okay, I can wait. I do want to tell you more about my book, but I can wait. Your bracelet's on. That means I can't ask. I need to wait. Oh, it's still on.
My bracelet's off.
Talk to me, please.
Hi, Akshita.
Hi.
What about your book?
I want to read my book with you.
Oh, very cool.
Look at all these cool words in it. Oh, that's a big word.
That is a big word.
I wrote it by myself. I'm very proud of it.
Take this time to record your data on your data collection sheet. Click to advance when you are ready. Here is what your data collection sheet should look like now. Click to advance when you are ready. The next videos are all examples of discrimination training being done incorrectly. Don't worry about taking data during these videos. Instead, review your notes and think about why the videos are incorrect. We will go over why the video was wrong after you have watched it. What a nice book.
Did you see those little raindrops over here?
Yeah, I like that one.
We should count them. Look, there's 1, 2, 3. You do it.
There's a lot of raindrops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
My turn. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Good counting.
Wow, there are too many of these.
3, 2,
What else
1,
did we count
start.
in this book?
My bracelet's on.
Hey, you want to count the bubbles over here? Look, we can count these. There's 1, 2,
3, 4,
yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look, one more.
9.
Yeah, that's so much fun. Look at all these bubbles and these raindrops.
In this video, the therapist never removed highly preferred items from the child. They had no reason to ask using their picture card. Instead, you should remove highly preferred items after putting on your bracelet in discrimination training trials. Write this answer in your packet now. Click to advance when you are ready. What a cool purple book.
It is. You know, look at all these shadings and look at the reflection on it.
Yeah, I see the yellow bubbles and the purple bubbles.
This is a very cool store. You know, you should check it out.
We should go. That would be very fun. 3, 2, 1, start.
You know, and then there are all of these colors. Hey, I was talking to you. I don't know why you're doing that. Hey, why would you talk to me? We were talking about the cool bubbles over here. Hey, Miss Kate. Look, I found another cool bubble. Why would you talk to me? Look. I don't understand. This was so much fun. Why would you?
In this video, the therapist never put on her bracelet. Without the bracelet on, the child does not know why their requests are being denied. Instead, you should put your bracelet on when running discrimination training trials. Write this answer in your packet now. Click to advance when you are ready. What a very cool book. Look at those yellow circles.
And look at all of these effects. It's very, very cool. I
Like little ghosts.
Yeah, it's like boom.
Oh my gosh, it's like
That's what it says.
boom on
Yeah.
every page.
No, you need to do it with it's a boom.
Just like that. I like that. 3, 2, 1, start. That bracelet's on.
I get it. I need to wait. Ugh, fine. I can just wait. You know, I've learned how to wait really well. I'm good at it. bracelet's off. Where'd it go? Hey!
In this video, the therapist forgot to place the picture card out for the child to use. The child had no way to ask for what she wanted. Instead, you should make sure that the picture card is always available and visible to the child during discrimination training trials. Write this answer in your packet now. Click to advance when you are ready.
I heard you went to the zoo today. I did, and I saw so many animals. There was one with like those, those thingies, those stripes on them.
A zebra?
Yeah, have you seen a zebra?
I have seen a zebra before.
It was pretty cool, I think I was gonna call him Zebby.
That's a good name for a
Yeah,
zebra.
and then, wait, let me count how many animals I saw. I saw a tiger, and I saw
3, 2,
elephant.
1, start.
I think there was a chimpanzee.
My bracelet's on.
And then I think there was a leopard. I think that's 4. Hey, talk to me, please. Yeah, so I saw 4 animals.
4 animals?
Yeah.
In this video, the therapist gave the child attention when asked, even though the bracelet was still on. Instead, you should restrict access to attention until the child requests after the bracelet has been removed. Record this answer in your packet now. Click to advance when you are ready. I heard you went to the zoo today.
I did. What I saw? I saw this really big elephant, and then there was a small one.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and I think there was a chimpanzee. Not with the elephants, like apart from the elephants.
That's good.
Yeah. And what else did I see?
3,
I think
2,
I saw.
1, start. My bracelet's on.
I think I saw a leopard. Hey! I'm still talking. And I think I saw a chimpanzee. You're not listening to me. Don't do that. I don't like it.
In this video, the therapist provided attention when they had problem behavior, even though the bracelet was still on. Instead, you should not react to problem behavior. Only provide attention after the bracelet has been removed and they have requested. Write this answer in your packet now. Click to advance when you are ready.
So I went to the zoo today.
Oh, you went to the zoo!
I did, and I saw some elephants and zebras, and I think there was a chimpanzee, and there was squirrels, and there was chipmunks. Yeah.
Chipmunks.
Yeah,
At the zoo, really?
It was so exciting. Have you seen squirrels and chipmunks?
I have seen squirrels and chipmunks before.
Oh, well. There were other animals. Let me
3,
think. What was
2,
the other animal?
1, start.
There was a tiger,
My bracelet's on.
and there was, she's got the bracelet on there. Let me think. I also think there was some snakes, but I didn't go there. And there was some ducks and more flamingos. I wish the bracelet was off.
My bracelet's off. Talk to me, please.
Hi. So there were flamingos,
Flamingos.
and then there were more cheetahs.
And cheetahs.
Wow!
Wow!
I think it was a cheetah.
In this video, the therapist prompted the child immediately after taking the bracelet off, instead of giving them a chance to ask independently. Instead, you should prompt the child at your prescribed prompt delay following removing the bracelet. Write this answer in your packet now. Click to advance when you are ready. Looks like you've got a lot of writing in that book.
I do have a lot of writing in this book, It's a really fun book, and I can't wait to show it to you and talk to you about it.
Yeah, that sounds like it would be really fun.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, start. My bracelet's on.
Oh God, that means I have to wait. I hate this bracelet. I had so many fun things to tell you about my book, all the cool writing I wrote in it. It's still on. Hello? When can you talk to me again? I don't know, leave this book by myself. please. Hi,
In this video, the therapist had the bracelet on for too long. Instead, during the first trials of discrimination training, you should take the bracelet off after 30 seconds. Write this answer in your packet now. Click to advance when you are ready. Let's review discrimination training one more time. Before you start your trial, your child should have access to their reinforcer. Then, when you are ready to start your trial, start your timer, put your bracelet on, and remove your attention from your child. Your child will then wait for 30 seconds before they can get their reinforcer back by asking. Once 30 seconds is up, take your bracelet off and say, "My bracelet is off. You can ask now." At the usual prompt delay, you will guide your child to use their picture card if they do not ask for their reinforcer independently. The goal of discrimination training is to teach your child that sometimes they won't get what they want even if they ask, and that they have to wait instead. Learning how to wait and tolerate limited access to reinforcers is an important skill in many areas of your child's life. This skill, however, can be hard for many children with challenging behavior. As always, being patient and persistent will help your child to learn this new skill. Congratulations! You have completed the discrimination training presentation. Your coach will now go over your packet and will answer any questions you have. Following this, they will demonstrate a discrimination training trial for you. They will then walk you through how to do discrimination training with role plays. Thank you for completing this training.